I have a question for you. If anywhere between 60 and 70% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, which, by the way, if you Google that topic, you'll get all kinds of stuff. So I don't know what the exact answer is, but it's a larger majority of the United States is living paycheck to paycheck. Even people that make really good money. Here's my question. If that, let's assume that's true. Let's just pick a number. Let's just say 65% of people are living paycheck to paycheck in the US for this exercise. Let's pick that number. If that's true, I think it's because they make personal spending decisions to cause that to happen most of the time. Not all the time, but there's always extenuating circumstances that happen to people. So, let's set that aside. Major health issues, mental illness, or just some catastrophic situation, house burned down, whatever. Let's set aside the extreme situations for a minute and assume, or at least I want to assume, that most of the time, I think people put themselves in that position. They're living paycheck to paycheck because they went out and bought the boat with the $250 payment, and they're driving the brand new Ford F-150 with a $800 payment, and they thought they had to live in a certain neighborhood, so they bought a house that was at the max of what they could afford, etc. They're spending everything they're making because they made those decisions. They put themselves in that spot, right? I think that's the case most of the time. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a psychologist. I haven't run any reports on this. I don't have any stats to share with you. I'm making some assumptions based on my own experience and every single person I've ever met in my life. Most people spend what they make. You see the commercials, you see the advertisements about, getting older and saving for retirement. And, see the commercial of the 70-year-olds walking on the beach and how they invested in all the right funds and they live life happily ever after on their retirement money. Very few people end up doing that. So a tiny percentage of people end up living like that in their 70s. By the way, the average person in America dies at the age of 76 anyway, in case you didn't know that. So what's my point of this, right? I guess my point is this. If I'm right, if most people, if a large majority of people are living check to check, and most of those people are doing that to themselves, if that is true, why do people stay in jobs that they hate? Think about it for a minute. If you make personal spending decisions on things you want to buy based on your income, then you're going to adjust those spending decisions based on what you make, right? You don't have to stay at a certain spot. If you are going to spend what you make, then it doesn't matter what you make, kind of, right? If you make $1 million a year and you spend it all, you're living check to check. If you make $100,000 a year and you spend it all, you're living check to check. You've maxed yourself out, right? My point is you're going to adjust. Most of you listening are going to adjust your spending based on what you make. And if you can do that, then why not have a job that you love, even if it pays a little less or whatever? Why not do something you thoroughly enjoy, that you're passionate about, that will make you happy? The work that you spend all the time doing. I mean, does the brand new boat really overcome the unhappiness of the job that you hate? I mean, does it really? What if you had a job that you loved, but you had a smaller, cheaper boat that you paid like $1,000 for, and it gets you out on the water to do your fishing anyway? Does that brand new Ford F-150 with the $800 a month payment, does that overcome the fact that you hate your boss and you have an hour commute and your job sucks? Would it be better if you had a job that was 5 minutes from your house, you loved your boss, and you drove like a 1995 Ford 150 that you paid $1,000 for and it was paid for? I see people stay in jobs that they hate just because they think they have to have a certain thing or whatever, and they're living check to check anyway. My own story. I was making big money, not millions, but I was making big money as an executive, as an operations executive. I ran some companies as a CEO, COO, president before I started Riderflex. I make, as the founder and CEO of Riderflex, our recruiting firm, I make a lot less money now than I used to. But my God, I am 1,000 times happier, 1,000 times happier living the life and working with the team here at Riderflex that we have. It's wonderful compared to the life I used to live. I mean, I used to fly back and forth from DC to Denver every week for a job for 3 years. Imagine that. I'm on the plane every Sunday and then back every Thursday for 3 years. Lived in a corporate apartment in the DC area. Made really good money. My life sucked. Okay. It was terrible, man. I mean, no, that's no way to live. I mean, life is way too short. Do something that you are passionate about. Grab a career and a job that you're passionate about with people you love and make the adjustments on your personal spending that you need to make. Okay. Life is way too short. It's way too short to be getting in your expensive car in your expensive neighborhood just to drive to a job that you hate. And you're going to regret it when you get older. Trust me, you're going to regret it. So do something you love. Follow your passion and stop thinking that a job that pays a certain amount of money is going to make you happy, because, as most of you have already proven, you're going to live check to check no matter how much you make anyway. and there is your Riderflex tip of the day.